For many of you, this video is going to be a nice trip down memory lane. For the rest of you, this may be a bit of a learning experience of how computing was in the 90s. What we have here is the quintessential mid-90s multimedia PC. You probably have seen this in several of my previous videos. This was a base model Tandy 425SX manufactured sometime in 93 or 4. It originally featured an Intel 486 25 MHz SX CPU, which it currently features actually, no, I think I upgraded it to a DX2. But anyway, I'm pretty sure there's a DX2 in there now. 66 MHz. I've added, from its original configuration, I've added a Sound Blaster 16 sound card, a modern 52X CD-ROM drive, which is really not going to be used at that speed ever, a 5 1/4 inch floppy disk drive to make it great for transferring disks to and from floppy diskettes for some of my older systems. And I think I even added a Novell network card that I will never use. I've also managed to find three things actually, very recently that kind of filled out the package of what I was trying to accomplish. I've got a Sony Trinitron from 1995. This is a 15-inch Trinitron CRT display in perfect condition. I've also, as of about 2 weeks ago, picked up this beautiful set of Creative Labs speakers. These are original Creative Labs speakers, which were intended to be companions to the Creative Labs Sound Blaster cards, and they were made in about 1994 to 1997, somewhere in there. I also found this practically new old stock Microsoft mouse. This is a later model mouse. This is probably late 90s, somewhere, actually, I would say 96, 7, or 8. As it doesn't have a scroller wheel, and in the late 90s, the non-scroller mice were quickly becoming really hard to find. But I managed to find all period correct for the system hardware. And what we're going to do now is we're going to play a game of Carmen Sandiego. Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego, to be specific? Carmen Sandiego was one of the most popular computer games. Let me rephrase that. It was one of the most popular educational computer games throughout the 90s. I'm not entirely positive if the TV show came first, but I'm pretty sure it did. When I was a kid, on PBS, sometime around dinner time, the TV show, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, would come on, and I never watched it, but many of my friends did. I found it to be quite boring. But there was an entire computer game series based on the show, or vice versa. There was Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego, there was Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego, and many of these games were ported to multiple platforms, the Apple II, Macintosh, DOS, and Windows. And there might even be some variants of that game out today for modern OSs. But let's go ahead and fire up this old beast, which is currently running Windows 3.1. Another throwback to the way things used to be. When I was growing up, many of my friends had PCs quite similar to this one. Desktop PCs were all the rage, as laptops were far too expensive, and towers really weren't popular yet until around the mid to late 90s. But prior to that, almost everything was a desktop like you see here. This machine has a whopping 16 megabytes of RAM, which is an upgrade from what it used to have. I believe it shipped from the factory with a total of 4 megabytes of RAM. It has a 500 megabyte hard disk drive. It's the original drive from 1993 or 4. And let's go ahead and get started. I actually downloaded this game, I believe from DOSarchives.org. Let me verify that. I just downloaded it. I unfortunately I never had the game until recently. Not that I couldn't find it, but I just didn't have the game. I don't remember where I got it from. Well, anyway, you can still find it. There's several websites that feature what they're calling abandonware, but it truly isn't abandonware. It's still copyrighted material, but you're not likely going to be pounced upon by the lawyers of Broderbund for downloading it. Just isn't likely. Where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego is a little bit easier to play. It doesn't have as many hard-to-find facts. If you were to play Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, you would almost always have to have a World Atlas nearby. As a matter of fact, there was a version of the World Atlas, or the World Almanac, I think, that was designed to be a companion to the game. It actually had the Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego brand on it somewhere. I had a copy of that atlas somewhere. I no longer have it. But it does exist, and it makes the gameplay a whole lot easier. The purpose of this series is to actually teach geography and history, in addition to a few other problem-solving skills. Let's go ahead and launch the game. You'll notice it has a very elaborate musical score. For a game that is only about 6 or 7 megabytes in size, it's actually quite amazing how little the programmers had to work with back then and how much they were able to achieve. And the game is incredibly reliable. Let's go ahead and I'll play the entire intro.
The coast is clear. Commence Operation Geronimo.
So once the intro finishes, you're presented with a kind of like a desktop interface for gameplay. We're going to roll through the game. I'm probably going to fail miserably since I haven't really studied my U.S. geography in quite some time. But I did have a lot of fun playing this game when I was a kid. In fact, I actually had this exact same version in 1998, or no, 96 and 7. I would actually borrow it from my neighbor, and I would play it on my Toshiba T3200SX portable PC. Oh crap, the intro restarted. So it actually came on several floppy diskettes, if I recall, and it was fairly easy to install. Let's go ahead and put in my name. Oops. That is my legal name, right? And so you type in your name and hit transmit, and then your Acme notepad will start to, I think it opens up actually. Here we go.
Acme, Chief here. So, you're the new detective, huh? Here's what we know about the case. To start your investigation, phone Acme Travel Service. Over and out.
So you always start off with the lowest rank, which is gumshoe. You're given a deadline of about, I think it's like, let's see, it's Tuesday at 8 o'clock a.m. This is your current time, and this is when you have to have it done by. So you start on Tuesday at 8 in the morning, and the job has to be done by Monday, 5 p.m. Your location is Nebraska, and this is a brief description of the crime. Willa Cather's original manuscripts were stolen. Then you have on this side, by the notepad, you have your evidence.
To start your investigation, phone Acme Travel Service.
So you just do what it tells you. These are your quick dial numbers or speed dial numbers. Your travel service, CrimeNet, and warrant. And let's do that. Let's phone the travel service. Okay, you have to decide where you're flying to. It's actually automatically chosen my destination as Lincoln, Nebraska. So this tells me what I need to actually do. Speak to engineer, check out train yard, and ring CrimeNet. So that means I need to do that first. The engineer says he crept around at night with a telescope. He went to great pains to hide his tracks toward Topeka in the Great Plains. Now we know that Topeka is in Kansas. That's a clue saying that this guy might be in Kansas. Because he actually tells me it's a he, we know what the gender is. So I'm going to go into my evidence and select male as the gender. I don't know any other information, or do I? So he crept around at night with a telescope. So that means he might have had a hobby of stargazing. There we go. So we know he's a male, and we know he's into stargazing. So now we're going to travel to Topeka, Kansas. Or Wichita. Now every time I travel, it eats into my time. It's now Tuesday, 3 p.m. Okay. This means I'm on the right track. I think. You must be on the right track. That was a vile henchman, a V-I-L-E henchman. Though Kansas is now tamed by prosperous farms and modern cities, it was once part of the Wild West, and was inhabited by real cowboys and Native Americans. Dodge City was nicknamed the cowboy capital of the West because so many Texas Longhorn steer were driven through here. This gives me some background information on Kansas, hence the facts and learning aspect of it. Okay, let's ask the opera star. He called himself an herbivore, so he was a vegetarian probably. When I had him to dinner, he said, frankly, I don't like sausage, and I was hurt. I'm sort of glad he's gone to Frankfurt. Germany? Perhaps. No, wait, this is where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego. So let's go into our evidence locker and switch food to vegetarian. We don't know his hair color or his eye color yet. So we're going to now travel. But first, let's go ahead and look up dossiers. Well, let's check the Opera House first. This is a piece of evidence that was found in the Opera House. Description: blueprints for a gigantic secret hiding place in Mammoth Cave National Park. So I need to find out where that is. I don't know where that is. Let's see. Dial CrimeNet. This will send all the information we have to CrimeNet. Suspect on banjo plucking spree in the bluegrass. So he's in Kentucky. So I know where bluegrass is popular. So we'll travel to Kentucky. Louisville. Close enough. And of course we have to sleep, so there's time lost there. This is a good sign. Okay, speak to doctor. I warned him that he might feel claustrophobic in the 17-mile Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. Investigate clinic. Contains videotape, video recorder. Inch-by-inch footage of the interior of Thomas Jefferson's home, Monticello. That is in Virginia. Suspect and henchman lost their way on the Chesapeake Bay and set their boat down at Jamestown. I have another clue. Ring Herbert Hebert.
His eyes were the color of 10,000 lakes.
He had blue eyes. Okay, so we know his eye color. Let's go back into our evidence and change his eyes to blue. So far, we don't know anything else. Okay.
Warrant Division, Wanda speaking. Okay. Here's your warrant.
We have a warrant already. We're issued for Ben Derbyford. Arrest on site of that Willa Cather's original. Okay, so we need to travel to Virginia. Richmond, Virginia is our destination. We haven't made any missteps yet that I know of. So, that's good. Okay. So, let's question the guitarist. He played Billie Holiday records day and night. It'll be quite a feat if he pulls it off. He said he'd like to kidnap the Statue of Liberty and hold it for ransom. Well, there's our first clue. That's more than likely in New York. Metropolitan Opera House in Manhattan. So he's got a music book from Manhattan. So we'll be traveling to New York City, I think. So he is in Broadway. Suspects wandering down a narrow path and whistling, give my regards to Broadway. So we pretty much know where to go. We're going to go to New York, New York. Alright. Here we are. Look at that. Twin Towers. Ah. Okay, and these are quick facts of New York City and all that heavy stuff. I saw one of those vile characters just moments ago. You'd better watch out. Now, we're running out of time. Your days are numbered, Flatfoot. All crime. Yeah, we're out of time. No, we're not. I think it was Monday we had to have this done. Okay, looks like we caught the bastard. It says, Ben Derbyford has just been tracked by New York by Gumshoe BBISHOPPCM. The chief of the Acme Detective Agency sends congratulations. He remarks, you have done your job well, Gumshoe. You are on your way to becoming one of the finest detectives. We are happy to return Willa Cather's original manuscripts, yes, I said catheter, to the citizens of Nebraska. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. Cool. We solved the crime.
Order in the court. The court finds the defendant guilty.
I believe it's genetically unlikely for a man with black hair and a mustache to have blue eyes and darker skin, but I've seen stranger things.
Hey, nice work. You've earned a promotion.
Yay. I am now an investigator.
Okay, are you ready for another case?
Why not?
Here's what we know so far.
It sounds like Donald Trump.
To start your investigation, phone Acme Travel Service. Over and out.
It does sound like Donald Trump. No shit. Okay, so here we go. It's going to fly us to Charlotte, North Carolina. By bus. It's going to fly us by bus. Okay. Most folks in North Carolina know better than to do heavy work under the hot noonday sun. In fact, the Cherokee name for the state means the land of the noonday sun. Okay. Cherokees still live in North Carolina, and visitors to the Oconaluftee village can see how they lived 2 centuries ago. Corey Tennis Pro. He was looking for a map in the area between sorry, in the area between Texas and Arizona. Okay. I found a poster of a painting. Okay. So, chances are his hobbies might include painting. Alright. We know it's a male. Suspect reported to be in a state named for a neighboring country which once controlled the region. Okay. I know where he is. Alright, so he's in New Mexico. Now, he's also male.
He's a killer poker player.
He plays poker. Okay, thank you, Herbert Heberg. So, in our evidence, we're going to select card games. I'm going to change. I think they were throwing me off. Yes, card games. Okay, let's do it. Let's fly to New Mexico. Point me in the direction of Albuquerque. Okay, there's some more crap about New Mexico, and he was planning a big sting in the Beehive State. He said he loved Latin American rhythms. Okay, we found a suitcase with a sweatshirt, book bag, pennant, all are decorated with BYU emblem. Welcome to the Brigham Young University campus. I don't even know where that is. So in our evidence, we're going to select. Wait, what did that guy say? He liked Latin American rhythm, so he's probably into salsa music. Oops. There we go. All right. We now need to travel. I don't know. I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Warrant Division, Wanda speaking. Stand by. I've sent you a list of possible suspects.
Okay. Let's see who she sent us. Hallelujah and Ray Zarumpus. Now, you'll notice that every name is a pun. Hallelujah. And Ray Zarumpus. Oh, I get it. Alright, so let's see. Brigham Young University. Where is Brigham Young University? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Provo. I'm sorry, but I'm not that smart. Brigham Young is in, I want to say it's in Arkansas. Let's try it. Now, if we travel to the wrong destination, it will set us back, and we may end up losing. But it's worth a shot. Alright, so obviously we're in the wrong spot. So we're going to go to Brigham Young. I could look that up in Google, but I'm not going to. Birmingham. I was somewhere in the south. Let's try Birmingham. Oh god, we're definitely going to the wrong places. We're losing time. Valuable time. How about Minneapolis? Yeah. Oh, son of a bitch. Ah, crap. We screwed ourselves. We're not gonna get it. I should just walk over to the computer and Google it, but Oh, good. We're in the right place. Speak to reporter. He was certainly cold-hearted. He planned to steal refrigerators from the Amana colonies near Cedar Rapids, Iowa. He was looking for a polka partner. So I know where to go now. He's in Iowa. But this one says Burlington. Okay. Sioux City, Iowa. Let's travel to Iowa. Des Moines. Alright, we're on the right track. He winked and pointed to his knees and told me that's where he's headed, to Nebraska. He had sun-bleached hair, so he has blonde hair. Okay. What else did he say? Okay. A leather jacket with corn huskers. I don't know what sport they play, so yeah. Omaha, Nebraska. So we're going to travel to Nebraska. Lincoln, Nebraska is close enough. But we are running out of time. I'm sure of it. Cage full of bats. Funny you should ask. A sinister-looking character was just here. I sure hope you remember to get a warrant. A road map to the Vile headquarters. Oh, he's going to turn himself in. Alright. What do we got? You don't know anything about sports. I don't know what food he eats. I don't know his eye color. But I'm going to send it in.
Warrant Division, Wanda here. Here's your warrant.
Hallelujah. That's where we, that's what we need. Oh, that doesn't work. Okay. Never mind. Oh! That might be, Oh, cool. We got him.
Order in the court. The court finds the defendant guilty.
It kind of looks like a blow-up doll. Another conviction to my name.
You did good. You did real good.
But you're fired. So...
Okay, are you ready for another case?
Now... Can I save my place? I don't think so. Alright, well there we are. And that, my friends, is... Oh, here we go. To exit the game, you have to hit the power key on the phone. So we're going to just hit that and hit transmit to continue. And that is where in the USA is Carmen Sandiego. Thank you for watching. We'll now shut the beast from the east down.